Spirit has a surprise for you. You have to allow yourself to open up to the element of surprise in order to receive it. I'm connecting today with someone who's been through quite a lot of grief, some anxiety, some worry, some fears. It could be every now and then it just pops in, this energy just flows into your brain, and it's like, you need to worry about this, or what does that mean, or why do I feel like this, what's going on? Spirit is saying that there's a time coming up for release. It feels like this is because Jupiter's moving into Leo. There's a lot of expansion when it comes to growth, healing, illumination, confidence, and it's time for you to step into that energy more and more and more. Okay, but some last anxieties and some last fears may be bubbling to the surface. You also may be anticipating something not to work out, or everything to just repeat as it has always done. But Spirit is saying there is a big surprise coming towards you. This is something that your higher self has put in the works in the unseen realms for a long time. Your higher self has been working on this. I don't know what it is. We're going to get the cards out and see if we can get more information. This is a general reading though, so we'll see how specific we can get. But you've pinged the universe. You've put it out there to the universe, what exactly your heart and your soul desire. It isn't heard and received by the universe as like, oh, I want a new house, I want a career, I want this person, I want this job. It's not that. It's a feeling that you have. It's this like internal, almost primordial feeling that of like wholeness that you're seeking, and you've really tapped into it through all the work you've done, through all the processing, through all the grief, through all the experiences that had your head spinning. You've really come to this place of saying, I want wholeness. That's what I want. And the universe has heard you, and they're bringing something to add another little piece to your pie until it is whole. Okay? So this is good news. This is a very uplifting message, although Spirit has already showed me that there is quite a bit of difficulty that you've navigated or you're already navigating. And there is somebody here who is in some kind of fear or faces anxiety frequently, and that might be a real obstacle for you when it comes to opening up to this surprise that's coming through. There's also a message here about the stages of grief, and that anxiety and fear is one of those stages, and you could be grieving an old aspect of yourself, an old life, a family member. They don't have to have passed, they could have, but maybe you've just disconnected. You could be grieving your inner child. You could be grieving a past relationship, an animal, whatever it is that you're grieving here. You've moved beyond the stage of anxiety and fear, and even beyond the stage of acceptance, which some say is the last stage of grief. And Spirit's saying, actually, the last stage of grief, which I think they say there's 7, so this would be the 8th, which is appropriate, 8th house themes, is alchemy, is transmutation, is transformation, is taking that difficult situation, those difficult emotions, and alchemizing them, turning them into something that is useful for you, allowing that situation of grief and all the feelings and all the thoughts that came along with it to support you into the future as some kind of foundation for the next chapter. Okay, so whoever I'm connecting with today, you're alchemizing grief. And there's a surprise coming in through. I was about to say there's a surprise coming in through you to you, but maybe it is coming through you. It's your energy that's surprising yourself. Now, some of you, somebody is going to surprise you. Okay? You didn't think they were going to step up. Ooh, did you hear that? You didn't think they were going to step up, but they are. They really want to talk. It was almost coming out there. All right, let's see. Let's get some charms and see what's happening here in your energy, and then we'll pull some cards. I don't know if you caught that, if you heard that, but it was interesting. I almost just channeled them. Okay, we have cat, C-A-T. Maybe it was your cat. I would love to channel a cat. That'd be cool. Okay, I'm also seeing the word mat. I'm kind of just joking. I hope you understand that. Let's see. M-T-A-C. We have a sheep. We have the world card. Yes, the last stage of grief. A starfish, the letter O, an actual cat. Spirit, you're funny. We have this little bear that says okay. A tree of life. A dress. It's reminding me of something to do with Cinderella. You were never Cinderella. You were always Baba Yaga. We have a little tarot card here. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Scales of Justice, Libra energy, a W, a crown, a key, the letter Q, a crescent moon with a snake wrapped around it. It's reminding me of something cosmic, Scorpio energy, 8th house, yes, definitely, and Sagittarius as well. Okay, which is the great philosophical teacher. So some of you are going to be teaching philosophy, or there's something in your spiritual practice that's very philosophical, maybe even theoretical. A lot of spirituality is philosophical and theoretical. So that might be one approach you want to take in order to develop some kind of spiritual practice, I'm getting. This is very specific. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. For some of you, a legal issue is coming to an end. Hold on. What about a surprise? We have witch, Baba Yaga. Yeah. Listen. Another dress on a hanger. That's twice. Who do you want to become? Some of you are creating some kind of fashion line here, or there's something about your style that people are drawn towards. There's also something about wearing loose clothing. I mean, you do you. But there's something about, like, again, it's like opening, maybe it's a metaphor, like opening up more space for energy to flow through. Okay? Not restricting yourself. I mean, if you want to wear your tight leather pants, your crop top, not gender specific, okay? Or you want to wear your tight jeans and your cowboy boots, whatever the heck you wear, do you. It's just a metaphor. All right, let's see, Spirit. Interesting energy. What are we talking about here? What do we want to talk about? Let's see. What other messages might we have here? Gathering around, the power of community, stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Yes, somebody around you is going to surprise you. Okay, I'm feeling that. For some of you, this has to do with house, home, or coming together to rebuild something. See, the possibilities, limitless. Let's get one more. The surprise. Connection. There's a deeper connection that's happening. Resonating, whale song. It's a connection that speaks to your heart. Okay, whether it's at work, in a community, with a particular person, there's something really deep about this connection, about this unification of souls is what I'm getting. You're on the same page. This is very positive for you because some of you have had a real hard time trusting others. And that's probably for a good reason. Somebody betrayed you, broke your trust. This is being restored now because you're trusting yourself more and more. You're trusting your own intuition to know who's for you, who's not for you, who's a doorknob and who's not, you know? So you are really activating this higher level of faith in the ability to resonate with others and to connect with others, which is important. It's important that we discover ourselves and we individuate and we get out of the matrix and we, find our own path and all of that. But it's equally important that we forge connection in this lifetime. Not only to other humans, but to other sentient beings, animals, plants, sky. I'm hearing the sky, other beings, other light beings, all of that stuff. And this is what's going on now. Some faith is being restored in a particular group of people or in a certain person, or it will be. This could be what surprises you. Limitless possibilities. Someone speaks your language, like they get you, and you get them. Okay, I'm using these cards, which are a little funky. What are they called? Visions in the liminal space. So let's see the energy supporting you. Fortune favors the bold. Yes, Leo energy, right? Sun in Leo, Jupiter in Leo. This is what we're all moving into, this bold energy. So grab hold of it and go forward with confidence, with faith in the limitless possibilities and illumination and growth and releasing this anxiety. Removing yourself from an Eight of Swords kind of mentality and energy and saying, no more, take this blindfold, I don't want it. Yes, this is so beautiful. Steering your own ship right to the sun. There's an adventure here that's awaiting you. And it's needed. It's a relief. There's a lot of an energy switch here. Cinderella, right? So that's significant. Never Cinderella, always Baba Yaga. So Cinderella, we know the story, right? I don't know. What do you want to say about that? What's there? Temperance, alchemy again. You are more magical. You don't need a fairy godmother to give you the magic. You are the magic. You create the alchemy. You create the limitless possibilities. You get yourself out of the Eight of Swords. Yes, there is something difficult going on around you. And is that going to destroy you? Destroy your soul? No. You're saying no to that. Okay. Someone may want you to fit in to a particular paradigm or relationship or do things their way. I feel like there's a little bit of Three of Cups, yeah, some other people, another group of people or particular person, community that is not your soul tribe, that it does not open up possibilities with you. And this might be something you're leaving behind. Yeah, the Tower, yeah. And it's bold of you, but fortune favors the bold here. So take a bold step. And I feel like, honestly, that bold step is releasing anxiety and worry. That bold step is chilling, allowing yourself to be open and saying, I'm just going to relax today. It's okay. Everything's going to work out. It's fine. Even if this happens, I'll figure it out. I'm strong enough. I'm resilient. I have faith in spirit. I have faith in my higher self, in my path. I'm just going to relax right now. I feel like that's extremely bold. It's so much confidence to say that to yourself. And this is when things start to alchemize, right? Yes. Let's see the challenge. Broke is the beginning and strangely perfect timing. For some of you, it's anxiety around finances. Okay, and there's an element of surprise here. Something's going to work out you didn't think would work out. You might not need as much as you think you need. There's strangely perfect timing with some situation that you either feel is broken and it can't be repaired, or it's literally about money. You take what resonates. But this is for a reason. Okay? It's a challenge, though. But whatever's happened that's broken, fallen apart, or there's questions of money. I'm seeing the number 33 here, 22 and 8, 11 in these coins here. Whatever it is, here that feels like it's not enough. I don't have enough. Or my life is, something's going wrong here, or something could go wrong. It's waking you up to, I feel like it's waking you up to realize, like, I'm in the Eight of Swords. Like, I've been carrying around this worry, maybe even subconsciously, for a little bit too long now, and it's time to release that. Let's see. Can we get one more on that? What is it waking you up to, this whole thing? Love, and hate, and light, and shadow. And it came up with love and light. And if you were to turn it around, it would say shadow and hate. I don't think shadow and hate are the same thing exactly. But the message here is that perhaps you did spend some time in the shadow. Perhaps you did realize what the energy of hate was really about. Maybe you did experience hate towards yourself, towards other people, or somebody did that to you. You dealt with those difficult things here. And in the upright, Spirit's showing me that things are turning around. Things are getting better. You're seeing the other side of the coin. There's a wholeness that's happening for you. Things are getting more holistic even. Maybe some of you are going to change your diet. You may never know. And then we have water is memory. With fortune favors the bold. You did something, okay? Maybe it was a ritual. Maybe it was just a dream, a thought, journaling, drawing. I don't know, putting a little wish out into the universe, wishing on a star, putting a coin in a fountain. I don't know what you did, but you did something. And it's activated a whole timeline for you. That's what I'm seeing here. You may never know. Water has memory. I feel like Spirit is saying here, you won't know what's possible until you boldly open yourself up to limitless possibilities. You won't know unless you try, unless you ask. Unless you take that first step, you won't know what could have happened, what would happen. Water has memory is also reminding me of, like, the water we have in our own bodies and how it does carry and store memory, emotional memories. And there's something here about transmuting that water within you, that water memory inside of you. Okay, letting go some of this old fear and worry. Some of you could listen to whale sounds. That might actually, through vibration, shift something within your body and the water in your body. Okay, let's see what else we can get here for you. This is a different kind of reading. I like it. Maybe we should get some of these. Let's see if we can... I feel like it's... Well, that's kind of what Spirit's saying. Be open, be open. But I want to get, like, more specific. Divine faith. Yeah. It's energy supporting you. The unknown. Divine faith. Be open. See what happens. Openness. It says right on it. Spirit's got jokes, man. Adventure is the challenge. Knight of Wands. Passion. Energy. Step into the adventure of life. That's why you're here. And it's a challenge. Because you might feel like you don't have something's going to go wrong. Go on the adventure. Let's find out. Come on, I'll come with you. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's open the business. Let's go move here. Let's call the person up. Let's do the thing. Whatever, I'm not saying you have to do any of those things. Whatever you've been thinking about, like, you want to do, but you feel you don't have the courage, or you're worried, you have a fear, you have anxiety. Let's go on the great adventure. You've done enough time in the shadow thinking about, like, what's this mean and how do I, process this, and what is my own shadow limitations and my wounds and blah, blah. I mean, good blah, blah, but blah, blah, like this. Okay. I don't want to yell at you. Now's the time for the power of community to show you the limitless possibilities resonating. Some of you need to listen to more positive, whatever that means to you, mind opening. That's what positive means to me. Things that open my mind, that challenge my beliefs and get me to think in a different way and consider new realms and new possibilities. I don't have to agree with them all, but just opening those parts of my brain that have never been opened before is an amazing experience. And some of you need to get out of some kind of echo chamber or stop listening to the same kind of readings or whatever, like you need to think that things are possible because they are. Because there's something that some of you are listening to that is telling you something is not. It's not. There's worry, there's fear, there's worry, there's fear. And you need to take off the blindfold and walk right away from that for the time being. Queen of Cups for your overall energy. Your water, your inner water, your emotions, your intuition. Let's see. Let's keep going. Thanks for this reading, Spirit. It's uplifting for me, too. I like it, too. It doesn't always have to be difficult, right? Yes. Okay. Queen of Cups for your overall energy. Let's see. Tell me more. What are you thinking about? This is self-love, self-care, listening to the motion of your own ocean, I'm getting. Whale song resonating. The Lovers. I don't know what YouTube's going to do with this, but the Lovers. Connection. You are desiring connection. You want it. It doesn't have to be with one person. It's just being around the good folks, the people who are real, the people who get it, people who know themselves, people who aren't threatened by your authenticity, people where you can grow together, not be in competition. This is your energy right now. You're making big decisions around commitment, connection, and there's something here that's going to surprise you when it comes to that. Now, what you don't see coming is the Six of Cups. This is nostalgia and memory, something from the past, childhood. So let's see, what is this that's coming through? Strength in reverse. So what you don't see coming here, I'm going to get another card for this because I want to know more about the actual surprise, but Spirit is showing me that there's an awareness that you're going to have out of the blue, out of nowhere, but it's not really out of the blue. It's not. It's because you've done all this hard work. But there's this awareness that for a long time, you've been living in a paradigm where you didn't really respect your own strength. I mean, kinda, but not totally. There was still some fear here. For some of you, when things got hard, or when things look like they're going to be hard, you punished yourself in some way, maybe by overworking or running away from it or convincing yourself something wasn't good for you just because it was hard, something like this, or it challenged you, so you freaked out in some way. Spirit's showing me that there's some kind of awareness that you're having about the different experiences in your life that made you feel powerless, and how those experiences have cultivated a certain kind of reaction that you have when you're faced with the great unknown, when you're faced with a possibility for adventure. And what I'm seeing is what happens is fear and anxiety. and doubt. And I think that's a lot of us that go through that. But once we can understand really where that's all coming from, and that there is actually nothing to fear, and that we are very powerful in the futures that we create for ourselves, regardless of our circumstance. Perception is king, really. Once we understand that, things can shift and change radically. And there's also some form of self-love that's coming through that's new for you. Page of Cups. Self-love for this kind of more innocent, naive, curious part of you. You know, I feel like you're trying not to be reckless. You're trying to be responsible. You're trying not to do something immature, really thinking through everything. But this more kind of curious, let's see what happens part of you is something that you are now embracing. Because that more responsible side of you is there already. You don't need another, you don't need twins of that part of you. You already have it. So this other more curious, open-hearted, innocent part of you is coming more and more to the surface. And there's something here where you're going to act from that place, and it's going to bring in a great surprise. So let's find out what the surprise is here. The Fool, the Star, and the Five of Pentacles. Well, for some of you, there's financial gain, for sure. For some of you, there's major milestones you're going to make when it comes to health, like health improvements or things that work for you. You're going to find something that works for you. Even a routine for some of you, or some kind of technology even that might assist you in some way. There is a new lease on life here that I'm seeing. And the Fool has to have that faith to take that leap of faith. But that faith is guided, it's intuitive, it's connected to the universe, and that's you. That is you. So Spirit's not showing me exactly, but there's some kind of news coming in that's going to be positive. Spirit's not showing me exactly what it is for all of you. These are major arcana cards, so they're bigger kind of events on the soul level. But I am seeing an opportunity here for the Two of Cups, which is love, connection, partnership, the power of community. So let's see. Tell me more about the Two of Cups for the opportunity. Queen of Pentacles, a safe, secure, stable, committed, loving connection. And again, it doesn't have to be with one person. It could be with many people. It could be a friendship. It could be family. It doesn't have to be love, even though the picture depicts that. It could be. I'm also seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles that there could be somebody who's a little bit jealous or been putting a little bit of a wrench in your relationships with others. And you're going to decide to not allow that to affect you. You are, I don't want to repeat, 10 of Pentacles. You are right where you need to be. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords. You are right where you need to be. Okay? The Magician for the challenge. And the Magician's looking over here at the Two of Cups. Now, you may feel like somebody's trying to manipulate something in the background. And I'm not saying they're not. They could. But it doesn't matter, is what I'm saying. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. And sometimes it does matter. But in this reading, it doesn't. The Spirit's saying this person has no power over you, no control over you. For some of you, you may think somebody's up to no good when they're not. They're okay. You have to use your discernment here. If you've been having these wild kind of fears that somebody's doing something behind your back and it's like not based on anything, I feel Spirit saying you're going to be surprised by, let's see. You're going to be surprised. Well, hold on. What are they walking away from? Five of Cups. by what's actually been going on. This person has been dealing with some feelings of regret, remorse around their own life and their own circumstances. They're going to walk away from this kind of emotion or this thing they're going through and look towards happiness. Okay, there's just something going on with them. Advice for that? 10 of Wands in reverse. Stop worrying about it. Don't carry this weight. Give them some space here. Now, but again, there are some of you dealing with a manipulator, but how will you know? How will you know? The devil. You'll know. Okay, you'll know. There's no question. You're going to know. You're going to know. This person, you'll know. The magician and the devil, this is not a good situation. And what Spirit's showing me here is this person has no power over your future love, connection, friendships, relationships. Like, they cannot interfere unless you allow them to. 3 of Wands. It's all up to you and what you see and what you envision and what you want to happen and who you allow to come towards you and who you don't. Okay, there could be somebody trying to mess up something good for you. But again, I feel like saying, so what? Good for them. Let them waste their energy, because it really is a waste of energy for this person. Hopelessness, 9 of Swords, partnership, 2 of Cups, and betrayal, 7 of Swords. This could be someone who betrayed you. Okay? But it's hopeless for them. 9 of Swords. They don't have a chance to affect you now. Okay, what about that? Self-mastery, strength. This is why. Okay, this is why. Because you have strength, discipline, control that comes from self-mastery, from knowing yourself. And what do I say to those who are worried about somebody doing something when they're actually not? This card's sticking out. 10 of Swords in reverse, regeneration, rise above. Rise above the anxiety and the worry. Acceleration, 8 of Matches. Put your time and energy into something else. Okay? Spend time. Determination, the Chariot, working towards your goals. If you're worried about so-and-so doing something, just switch your track for a second. Okay, I hope that helps. I know there's 2 very separate and almost contradictory messages there, but you'll know with the devil and the magician, you'll know if you can't trust them. There'll be proof. There'll be actions. There'll be behavior. There'll be things you can't ignore. Okay, Knight of Pentacles for your advice. This is moving forward with confidence, feeling like you have a plan, you have a strategy, you can see what's coming up ahead. It's been a long journey, that's for sure. But I'm loving what I'm seeing in the outcome. So wait, tell me more about the advice. Knight of Pentacles, keep going. Divine Faith. Interesting coming through with the Knight of Pentacles. The Hierophant, interesting. Another kind of earth energy. You have more of a plan than you think you do. I'm talking to somebody here. I'm seeing what do you call it? Like a bucket helmet. Like a military bucket helmet, like old school. Like World War II style. I don't know what that is. Maybe this is past life. Well, World War I maybe. I don't know. Or before that. But there's some kind of past life experience you have. You've put a plan in place. You've been guided here, right? Like you're going forward with confidence, with a plan, with a strategy, because you've been guided by a higher power and also yourself. So so trust that. There's also supports here for you, like resources. You have to take the first step. You have to initiate. Be bold. Fortune favors the bold. Yeah, King of Pentacles. You have to initiate something, and then you'll receive. Like make the phone call. go out there and look around. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you need to do, make the first step, even if it feels like, oh, what if they reject me, or what if I blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, we'll find out then, right? Better than sitting around wondering about it. Let's find out. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's not waste time worrying and fearing with the what ifs. Let's just do it. Because it feels very stable and solid, actually. Whatever you just do, it's not reckless. There's an opportunity here for real stability, like certainty. Like this isn't going anywhere. Okay, can I get more concrete advice here? I don't know what to say about that. Full recklessness. There's somebody here, the Chariot in reverse, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, who is reckless, though. It could be, okay, so there's a difference here between taking a leap of faith that you have actual faith in, and that you've worked hard to get to this moment, and you've kind of decided, like, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what I want to go for. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I trust and I'm open to the possibilities. There's a difference between that and then another energy where you're just like, screw it, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm just going to do something like totally out of left field, even though I feel like, this might not be a good decision for me. Okay. So adventure can come through both forms. One is going to have a payoff, and the other will be faced with obstacles because you're actually going into it with self-doubt. Okay, so if you feel like you want to just go out and be reckless and do something stupid, you're not manifesting shit, okay? You are, but it's shit, okay? It's coming from a place of self-doubt. What's with this energy? It's so strange. Okay, so your outcome, there's also someone reckless who might want to come along with you on your well-planned step into the universe, okay? Be careful of that energy. The outcome is the Six of Wands, the Nine of Wands in reverse, Justice, and the Empress. This battle here that you've been fighting that is exhausting, but you've been doing it for so long, you stop doing it. And I feel like it's a battle against yourself. Convincing yourself that you can't have love, that there is no one to trust, that, you're never going to have enough money, or this is never going to happen for you, or life is over, all those thoughts. You let go of it. And there's victory here. Justice. It's karmic justice for you to drop all of this kind of warring with yourself and others' energy. Stop fighting with someone. Stop trying to convince them of something. Let them make their own decision. Let them even surprise you. They might. And then the Empress. Creating anything you want in this lifetime. That's your justice. That's your victory. To be abundant to the max. To say this circumstance that I'm in, this broke circumstance, is only the beginning. There's only up from here. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.